for an agent to be successful today, the number one personality trait they should possess is responsiveness. This is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 131 of The Real Word. 132. Correction. Stat correction. You guys can see it's always one take here.
Word
it's 132.
is up.
The word is up. It's always one take. Nicole, how are you?
I wouldn't even have known.
You wouldn't have known?
Nope.
No.
But I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Sam, no. And all right.
I thought he was just like
giving us the piece? No.
giving us the piece. Like he's out.
I was questioning myself as I said it.
But wait, you have the spreadsheet. You were making fun of me a couple weeks ago that I have access to the spreadsheet. I should know.
You should know. I should know too, I didn't. All right. My apologies to all the racketeers out there. All right. This week, Inman Connect virtual.
Yep.
They call it now Inman Connect Now, I think. Inman Connect Now. So that's going to be virtual. Anybody could join in this week.
Imagine
I'll be on a panel later today. A little real word and then a panel later. But Brad, he's going to do the keynote. He's going to open it up. It's his conference, so he's going to open it up. Brad Inman. And we're going to preview.
I think the only other person that likes to hear themselves talk more than you would be probably him.
No, I don't think so. He doesn't talk enough. I think he should talk more. I think he should have me. Brad, hello. You should have me on your show. I see him doing a little podcast lately. You should have me on. Maybe me and Nicole. Maybe both of us. Maybe just me. Either way.
I feel like you need me for a little bit of color. A little,
a little bit
bring
of
it back down.
Pizzazz. All right. So we're going to preview it's a two-parter here.
I feel like maybe we should take a poll on that one.
What's that?
Who would you rather hear?
Yeah. Who would you guys rather hear from? Me or Nicole? In the comments, please. I'm going to get killed.
No.
So we're going to do a two-parter. We're going to preview his talk.
Right.
And then next week in racket number 1, we will...
Well, do we want to preface why?
Well, he left a little excerpt.
Well, but it's happening. So we're recording before he's recording.
We're recording an hour before he goes on stage. We wanted to steal. No, you're not going to see this actually till after. But anyways, Here we go. Brad Inman is over. I like that. Catchy.
I don't know. I feel like it's a tongue twister, and I'm actually shocked he didn't fuck it up.
Here's how to prosper now. Okay, so he's talking about the market, the real estate industry as we know it. It's in the past. That's all over. And here we go. It's
super interesting, though, because I'm actually really interested to dissect this afterwards, because I feel like you and I have been talking, and even with our agents, like we know what's happening now, but it's so hard for us to predict like the future now.
Certainly the demand, because it's shifted so dramatically. You're seeing McMansions, which nobody wanted 7 years ago. Nobody wanted these traditional subdivision McMansions, 4,000 or 5,000 square feet like we have up in North Guilford where we're sitting right now. Yeah. Nobody wanted those the last 7 years. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, you see them now, they're all $100,000 more.
Well, what's super interesting though is and again, I know we talk about the New York buyer, but I have a client, like they're in a little 1,200 square foot apartment in New York, and they want at least 5,000 square feet now.
Right.
Yeah. So do you even know how to buy enough toilet paper for that many bathrooms at this point?
Nobody wanted those. Everybody wanted downsize. It was the cool thing to do, be like downtown. Now it's just overnight reversed. It's a crazy thing.
I am kind of curious because
it
is over. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know if it's really. I mean, how long?
So he left us a little bit of notes here.
Yes.
Let's review them,
please,
and then we'll recap next week. So unlike other industries, the real estate business is not only surviving, it is thriving. We've been talking about that in many areas during this crazy times, many areas outside of like cities like New York City, obviously. Why is that? Okay. You have an easy to get, locally made product. It is very local, right? If you're looking in a specific community, the homes are local. Homes are not caught up in a global supply chain breakdown, right? We're not relying on China to send us medicine.
Paper towels.
The homes are here. They're here. Paper towels, for example.
Right.
So yeah, he referenced paper towels. We offer an experience, rather, everyone needs right now, unlike a first-class trip to Paris.
Well, you can't even do that.
I don't know. Can you?
I don't think
we're not allowed in France.
No, I think you have to be a citizen. Like I think you could fly internationally if you're a citizen.
We offer something people can actually buy, unlike a great meal in a 5-star restaurant in New York City. Man, I'm really missing 5-star meals in New York City.
How often were you participating in that event?
At least 4 or 5 times a year. Yeah.
Yeah, but so how long?
Been all year.
Well, that's kind of your own fault. You were away for the first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have snuck at least one in before it all happened.
Snuck one in, I guess.
That's your own
fault.
But
I'm missing that. We are doing some really nice, I would say 5-star dining here in Connecticut.
For sure.
Shout out to Barb Boucher, Madison, doing a great job. You are an industry that is littered.
That is not.
Yeah, we're not an industry littered with bankruptcy. Hertz, Gold's Gym. Obviously, we don't see any bankruptcies happening right now with the big companies in real estate. Real estate got lucky. Nobody shut us down. But was it really luck? Brad says, no, it wasn't luck. Remember the debate about essential services several months ago? We all focused on the industry being essential. But in fact, it is housing that's essential. Too often we try to make what we do more glamorous, more exotic, and more interesting. But at its core, shelter is as necessary as the air we breathe and the water we drink.
I 100% agree, obviously, with that. I think what's really important, though, is to not just concentrate just on the realtor when it comes to, or the real estate agent when it comes to the the process. It's everybody else that goes along with that, though, like home inspectors, attorneys. I mean, even Home Depot sort of relies on the transfer of properties because of home projects. So, I mean, I think that it definitely, obviously, needed to stay essential. It's the only way to keep the economy moving. Yeah, I mean, how do you shut that down?
I've said it, maybe not here, but on the radio.
I mean, think about the amount of people, like, I think you and I have both been working, maybe not you, but I feel like someone else on the team. I mean, I have people that have just moved here from Alaska through the Navy. I mean, that sort of stuff is still shifting and happening, and definitely need homes and places to live. And
well, when they tell you that you need to shelter in place, well, you need appropriate shelter to do that. So I've beat up places like Pennsylvania, maybe on this show, definitely on the radio, for not making real estate essential. That it just is so counterintuitive. You're telling people in one statement, stay home, and then on the other statement, you cannot engage in real estate activities. Well, what if I don't have a home? Right. What if I need a new space, a better living environment?
Right. Or what if I need like a parent to move closer?
So what do you think? Where do you think Brad's? He kind of set the stage here.
Yeah. We're gonna recap it next week. I think it's going to be great.
Where do you think he's going to go with it?
I don't. Well, I mean, obviously he's going to. It seems like he's going to concentrate heavily on real estate. I guess the other thing that I do hope that he at least touches on, though, is jobs. I mean, people obviously need jobs in order to purchase real estate. He's talking about Hertz going bankrupt. Neiman Marcus, there's clearly tons of people that are working there, though, too, that need to be able to afford these homes. So I hope that he doesn't neglect to at least sort of talk and understand that angle, too. Because, yes, people do need homes, but people need to also be able to afford them.
Yeah, we cannot be the last industry standing here. To your point, that would not work out for our industry.
No way.
Yeah. And I agree with you there. Good point.
So I do hope that he at least touches on that, just so he doesn't look like he's really sort of tooting realtors' own horns. But I do agree. I love the fact that he sort of was, throwing in our faces that realtors have gotten a little bougie, because we have gotten a little bougie.
Oh, really?
I mean, we're
super bougie.
I mean, we're doing crazy videos, and I think it's great to sell homes, but I do think that it is just as important as drinking water is to have shelter. So,
and I believe the more I look at the numbers, and I put on Instagram stories the other day, it's showing like the next 4 years, it's just like in our area, and anyways, an absolute acceleration in average and median home prices here in this area. I believe there's going to be an extended interest in buying real estate for all ages, for people that are would be potential buyers across the board over the next few years, well after the health crisis is done.
Yeah.
Just because, there are some people that are taking instant action after reevaluating their lives over the last couple of months, but there are other people that, take action slower, think through things for a lot longer period of time, and eventually they're going to pull the trigger. Maybe they're waiting to see if this crazy market slows down. I think there's going to be a lot of interest for an extended period of time, but we do need jobs.
Well,
So
I think
you're right.
what is interesting though there is that I think people also need to concentrate on the fact or realize or maybe understand that even though the prices are going up, like to buy a house has never been more affordable. I mean, you're talking about hundreds of dollars that you are saving just on a percentage. So yes, prices may be going up, but I mean, it's so affordable
It's crazy
right
to
now.
think that they could go to
I
like-
think they're going lower.
They
I
could
mean,
go to like 2.2 or something.
Speculation is next year they're going to be even lower.
That's
so
crazy.
I mean, it would be silly for people not to gobble it up to save themselves some money, especially with rents. I mean, everyone's jacking up rents right now. Holy schmoly. I mean, I know we've been talking about rents all year, but anyway, I'm excited to hear Brad.
Yeah. All right. So we'll recap that next week and we'll get into what he actually did say in that keynote. Racket number 2. This is Forbes. I think 2 weeks in a row we're doing Forbes.
You
okay?
like Forbes.
Gotta print it out here.
You must
too.
be getting emails from them or
Professional.
something.
Yeah. 16 essential personality traits for real estate agents. We're going to go through all 16 of them rapid fire.
Okay.
And then here's what we're going to do.
Pick our favorite.
Going to pick what you believe is the number one essential personality trait.
Do you think they're in order of
No, they're
importance?
not. Well, they have them listed 1 through 16,
Yeah,
but
just maybe
they didn't
they-
reference that they're in any particular,
order. Okay.
But we're going to do it 2 ways here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to pick which one of these you believe real estate agents need to possess to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also going to pick what you believe is number 1 for consumers, what the consumers care about most, because Brad's point is, hey, it's not all about you, is glamorizing your business. It's about
Absolutely.
the consumer, right?
Okay.
All right, so number 1 they've got here, drive.
That was a good one. I like you. I like that. Like for you as an agent and then as a consumer. Because
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
think it's very different. Okay.
Very different. So
Yeah.
what will make an agent successful, and then what a consumer wants. So
Yes.
number 1 they have here, Forbes has listed out as, and this is from the Real Estate Council of Forbes, which they did ask me to be a part of one time, but you got to pay a lot of money to be on it.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, it's like, hey, like I got to see email.
Well,
they're
they
like,
have 16 leaders from the council.
right.
Yep.
Do you want to
Examine.
write on the Forbes Real Estate Council? I'm like, yeah, I'd love
Right?
to. Absolutely.
You
Be a
mean
Forbes
Vanessa would be
contributor.
writing?
Or Vanessa write, or somebody write. Actually, Vanessa jumped on the call with me. I'm like, yeah, this is fantastic. And then like at the end of the call, he's like, yeah, it's like $3,000 or something a year to write for Forbes. I said, I'll just keep my blog. Thank you though.
I'm good.
Appreciate you, Forbes.
That my sister's already writing for me.
Drive. Number 1, curiosity.
You almost.
Number 2, honesty and persistence. Number 3, transparency.
Honesty and persistence. Those don't even go together.
Honesty and persistence.
Okay.
Heidi picked that one.
Yep.
Not our Heidi, but
Yeah.
this Heidi.
Transparency.
Transparency, number 4. Number
Technological
5,
mindset.
technological mindset. Number 6, communication.
Communication.
Number 7, underlying passion. 8, emotional intelligence. 9, work ethic. 10, integrity. 11, trustworthiness. 12, the ability to listen. 13, resourcefulness. 14, experience. 15, responsiveness. 16, good energy. All right,
Wow.
let's do this.
I mean,
let's spread this
holy
out.
schmoly.
So Nicole, you're first.
All right, so
I'm
we're
gonna put you on the
doing
spot.
we're doing
What do
us
you
as
think?
agents.
For an agent to be successful in real estate today, what is the number 1 personality trait out of the 16 that the Forbes Real Estate Council has selected, would you say is number 1 for a real estate agent to possess?
So I feel like there's a few of them here that is sort of in the same thing here. So I would say work ethic, but I think that's very much part of drive.
You can only pick one. So which
All
one
right,
are
I'm
you
gonna say
picking as
work
the
ethic.
most important?
Work ethic.
And that's for the real estate agent.
Yes.
To be successful.
Yes.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with, I had it picked out, but I want to make sure I
did?
say it right.
What is it? It's
What
it's
am I
jumbled?
going with here? What am I going with? This is, here it is. Number 15. I'm going to say for an agent to be successful today, the number 1 personality trait they should possess is responsiveness. Think about it. If you are a consumer and you make a call for information, which is why Zillow's dramatically changed their platform,
Right.
and you don't get an answer, you're never calling that agent back again. Like people don't even leave messages if you don't pick up. They just move on. They might even move on to a different property. They might just cancel that property out with
So
the
like
lack
for this
of-
person that's
lack
calling
of
me
res-
from New York right now, they're gonna call someone
you
else.
might want to pick that up. Pick that up. Pick it up. Are you picking it up?
No, I'm not picking it up. Come on.
All right, so I had
One take.
responsiveness. What
You
did
got
you
a
have?
meeting. I mean, we're all in a rush here.
What did you have?
For what? For an agent? I said already. I said work
forget
ethic.
All right, so you
I
had
think
work
it's very
ethic.
much. I mean, you
agree.
can respond,
That's a
but
good
if
one.
you're not going to work, like then you're not going to do anything. So mine is work ethic, definitely.
Well, responding would be part of the work. All right, so I've got
So that's what I'm saying. Like work ethic, responsiveness, and then also drive are all very much. I feel like, but I think drive and ethic. No,
You've got
okay.
work ethic. All right. So now, what's for the consumer?
Oh my goodness, trustworthiness.
I agree.
I mean,
Trust.
That's all
You're
they
right
care
on.
about. That's all they care about.
Number 11, trustworthiness. What did they say about that here? It was Nancy Wallace from Labs, KBN Homes. Trustworthiness is an essential characteristic.
Yep.
Ask yourself if this is someone who has demonstrated that they conduct themselves in a professional manner and that they put the client's needs first. Listen, you're going to get hired based off of trust. So if you cannot relate to the seller, to the buyer, and earn their trust, you will never earn their business.
Never.
All right? Not a racket.
That was a fun little.
That was a fun exercise.
Look at us. We agreed on something. Have we ever agreed on anything ever?
I was hoping you were going to pick that because I did want to agree there.
Interesting.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be a good day for us, Byron.
It's going to be a great day.
Or maybe it's just downhill from here.
Hopefully not. I got that Inman panel later today. All right. This is an Inman article.
Do you want to announce that one more time?
Well, they're not even going to be able to tune in because this is going to be
That's
after
not
the panel.
recorded? That must be recorded and
Oh,
live
must be.
somewhere.
Go find my Inman panel. All about the Northeast market. All right. So Inman article here for our Marketeer of the week. How I sold an $18 million condo in 2 weeks with VR. Props to this Sotheby's agent. Andrew E. We'll go with. Ernieman.
Ernman?
Andrew Ernman of Aspen, Colorado. Nicole, what's a fun fact about Aspen?
I think I feel like we've been talking about it too much now. It's not funny anymore.
What is a fun fact about Aspen?
Where beer flows like wine. That's not really how he says it, but
Yeah, say it how he says it.
No.
You said it earlier.
I
Great.
know because
Sam,
the
didn't she say
video
it great?
wasn't on there. No.
What are you getting
It's
shy all of a sudden?
I
We're halfway
Look,
through the show.
I'm like red. I'm breaking out in hives. It's a really good. So I like Dumb and Dumber.
Maybe we can.
Where the beer.
I don't know if we're even
flows
allowed
like
to do that.
wine.
Pop in the little Dumb and Dumber clip. Probably
Gotta.
not.
Oh my god. Oh, that's what you should do.
Someplace warm. A place where the beer flows like wine. Where beautiful women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen.
All right. So here's the deal. This is a record deal in record time in Aspen, Colorado. I would argue that it was record time. But anyways, record deal, record time. This is a penthouse in a new 2-building downtown development known as the Dancing Bear. And it was notable for its exceptional location.
Would you
and
ever buy
amenities.
something called the Dancing Bear?
I think in Aspen, that's like the feel, the Dancing Bear, the
Where do you live? Oh
skiing.
yeah, I live over there in the Dancing Bear.
The Dancing
I don't know.
Bear.
And I spent $18 million on it.
Sounds very Aspen-esque.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've never been. Have you ever been?
No, I haven't.
We should do that.
Aspen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very high-end market.
Beer flows like wine.
All right, so here's the deal. In 2017, they threw a big kickoff party. Like, new developments. You throw these big kickoff parties.
Yeah.
The penthouse obviously wasn't done. Nothing was done. They did a VR experience. Maybe we can show the picture.
It's a beautiful one.
Beautiful picture.
Wait, is it done? It's done now. So the VR is done, or are they doing
this is
VR because
sold.
it's not done?
No, so they did the VR in 2000. This is what's interesting to me. It's the Marketeer of the Week because, listen, when you sell a 3,000 square foot penthouse for the sale price was 18.3 million, just over 18 million.
Yep.
You're the Marketeer of the Week. That's amazing, okay? When you do that. But here's the real facts.
But it started at 30 million.
It started at 30 million, and here's the real facts. They did this VR experience. They had they couldn't do Matterport because there was nothing done. So they spent a lot of money with a software developer to create a VR experience, but you had to be somewhere like VR, with goggles on. So you had to either be in the office or, whatever in the sales office to be able to walk through this.
Right.
So they listed it for 30 million. 2017, they had the VR experience. Everybody loved it. They didn't find the buyer from that initial kickoff in 2017. Mm-hmm. The agent here references that the buzz from that VR led to all this interest. But really, I think what happened was...
I think that they reduced it to $18 million from 30.
They reduced it to 23.95 million. So it was on the market for more than a year. You know, that's like since 2017. And then they reduced it to 23.95 million. And in 2 weeks, because of Matterport, they sold a 3,000 square foot penthouse for 18.3 million.
Sight unseen.
Sight unseen.
I mean,
so that is the big thing to me. That's why Andrew, right?
Well, I think
that's why Andrew's the marketeer of the week.
Yeah, because I think that's so much of what's happening right now, though. So many people are buying sight unseen. I will say, though, that I think that we can only really talk about the Northeast, because I do think, and again, I'm not overly qualified to talk about the California market, but I feel like a lot of people buy things in other parts of the country sight unseen. Can you agree with that?
I would say it happens more on the high end market because here's the thing, like we know Taylor Swift bought a $17 million house in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, number of years back. It's, you know, next state over from us.
But that doesn't happen in the Northeast very often.
No, my point is she bought that basically sight unseen. She had sent her representatives. Right. And that's what you see a lot on these high-end properties.
But it's not really, so I mean, someone did see it.
But they never, the person buying it with their money never saw it. And so I think on these really ultra high end, Aspen is a ultra high end market where you can see ridiculous sales like this. This is a record breaker for price per square foot.
Well, I think with travel now being so restrictive, it's I mean, if you're not doing it, you're foolish.
I think it's difficult for an individual that is in the median or average price point. You know, and Aspen is a totally different market. But if you just take a typical town in America where the average and median price point is, say, $300,000, you're not going to see many sight unseens because, listen, that will be the biggest purchase of not the year for them, their entire life.
Well, I think also part of it, though, everyone likes to look at homes. Yeah. You know, I think once you're getting to like that $18 million threshold, you've bought so many, you've been through it, you know what you want, you know what you like, you know what quartz looks like.
And you know it's brand new. I mean, look at this photo. Who the heck wouldn't want this?
Of course. Like,
it's ridiculous.
They can spew out a light fixture and they know the brand name. I mean, you get someone going there to buy a $200,000 home and like they think that they're getting that.
Here's the other thing about the high-end market.
Yes.
This buyer was buying in Aspen. This buyer was not like, let me like check out other mountains. No. It's like when people buy in the Hamptons, right? Which Connecticut Shoreline offers a much better value than the Hamptons, for those of you wondering. But anyways, people like that buy in the Hamptons have to be there because they've got all their friends there. People that buy in Aspen have, you know, skiing buddies that they need to like impress. Right. And so he's buying in Aspen. It's brand new. He knows the location, or whoever bought this, knows the location because they've been in Aspen before. And it's like, sure, easy decision. Right. I'm doing it.
Right. And it's the penthouse of the dancing bears. Yeah. I mean, holla.
I wonder if they got some dancing going on. All right. That's the Racketeer. Next week, we're going to recap Brad's panel, or not his panel, his keynote from Inman Connect Now. Love if you watch Inman Connect or planning on to, please in the comments. And also, what was the other thing you wanted?
If they want to hear me talk or you.
Yeah. More Nicole and
that
more
one's a
Byron.
little bit more fun.
All right, guys, keep it real.
Bye, guys.